still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visiting sideline, there's head coach Shane Steichen. His guys still looking for that first win, 0-4 to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Langford. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And we'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Fights through it, now a crease. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beverly. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Go! Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm not flying. Here we go.
Back to throw. Langford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go!
Now a handoff up the middle. Lang. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
70, Timberwolves. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lang. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 36. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the... length of the football. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Come on, come on. Hey, let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Well, it's brought in by Knight. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good for a
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Well, he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Langford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 7. And the Cardinals.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Short one here, caught by McBride. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
At the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Langford looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is third and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good.
Makes the score.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think, it's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
The extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it's 21-10. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our journey around the NFL starts now with an intriguing matchup in the AFC. And this is C.J. Stroud. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Bulls move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And this is the Lions running back. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Lions continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it's the Browns QB. He had it working every which way. This, a rushing touchdown. He also had 3 passing touchdowns. The Browns, with an important W, they didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion goes the tight end. Up the middle they go. It's Lang. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Just what they needed, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And he's not going to get it as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game,
and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one gives these guys a 12-point lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go. Lightning, ready.
Operating from the gun. Langford. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Lang. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw here, that's complete.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things, are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates, 70 Lions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it again with Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
18 Cardinal, 18 scoop.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Working to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
60 by 60.
Looking to throw. Langford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Cardinal first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Langford. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for Cardinals. First down.
Broncos switch. Bronco switch.
On first down, Lang. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 9 now. Short one here, caught by McBride.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This is taken in by McBride.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cards get a bit closer.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
On the set.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 44.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, it's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
You're at the spin. You're at the spin. Go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second.
First and 10.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout.
First and goal.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Gravity Lions.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A gain of 2.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for the Jags, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.